Oh my gosh, this is not good. What in the world? Okay, trying out the new camera. I got the wireless mic hooked up. Got some weird weather right now. This camera is a little smaller and easier to hold. It's also got a gimbal on it so I can walk around. It's not going to shake you and make you get motion sickness. But right now I am working on this spot behind me. We're going to move our chickens in there because it's a little bit more protected. And then coming over here, I've got the tractor and then the hay bales over here. I'm gonna move 2 hay bales into that spot over there and make a windbreak. Still, we got some weird weather rolling in. That's why I'm trying to get this done now. I was literally 7 o'clock this morning. I went to go take the, sorry, I'm going down a hill. I'm looking down. I was taking the garbage down to the end of the road. I was in a t-shirt. Now my sweater I'm wearing, I don't even think it's warm enough. That's the mountain weather. Okay, so as you can see, we have the Lumi coop, chicken coop. I'm gonna be doing a long-term review on it. This thing has been phenomenal. It's been great, but we need to make it a little bit more weather resistant. It survived the crazy 100-year rain and flash flood we had. Chickens were high and dry. I'll see if I can get in here a little bit better. You can see there's a roost in there. So the chickens are actually, they can get off the ground. There's windbreaks on here. There's a nice feeder, water. And then we move this every day. We just kind of keep moving it around. So we're gonna, unfortunately, make it so it's not gonna be moved as much, but we're gonna put it on the side of the house and get a little bit more weather protected. So, but that's where I'm heading right now. I'm going to go to the barn and just check on a couple other things. This weather is just weird. Hopefully this microphone works out good, because this thing's a lot easier to take along with than my big camera. My other camera is a digital SLR, you know, with the interchangeable lenses. It's big, bulky, I have to use a tripod. This thing, I have a little tiny tripod attached to the bottom of it. And, oh, that's what I was actually going to go get, my magnet, my rolling magnet, because I just noticed back again where the tractor is right here on the ground. I found some, I'll show you really quick. Okay. You can see right here, all these have nails in them. They were in the ground right over there where the tractor is. They got washed up with the flooding, and I'm assuming there's more nails where the tractor is, because I just pulled out here, and I will show you this. There we go. This camera does that really cool. Okay, this thing has great low light. It's pretty much dark in here. But as you can see the ground here, up until where this equipment is, I have magneted with the rolling magnet. Beyond here, I have not. Okay, you can see there is pens and things all over, and there's all kinds of these things. I'm not sure what they are, but they have a piece of plastic. Oops. They have a piece of plastic and a nail on them. Gosh, keep dropping them. Sorry about that. I'm thinking that maybe they're trail markers, possibly, with glow in the dark. If I can hold on to it long enough. It's just a piece of plastic with a nail, metal nail. Whole bunch of them here. But I mean, look at this. Oil filter, spray cans. I just saw a chickmunk run through here. So I need to get this set up. We did finally, I just brought back, I took a couple trips to Wisconsin. I brought back our electric fencing, portable electric fencing. So we are going to try that and get that going here soon. But as you can see right here, some kind of an animal nest. I did put mothballs for snakes because I did find some snakes in here earlier. But around in here, you can see some mothballs on the ground. Big plan on this building, put a cement floor in here. I keep a lot of mothballs, but I'm going to put a, whatchamacallit, one of those bucket traps in here because I'm noticing lots of gaps in the bottom, and Chickmunk was in here when I was getting the tractor. I'm gonna go to the other building and get the rolling magnet and fix that area. But I'm probably gonna put this camera away shortly because this camera is not very weather resistant, and I think we're gonna get some rain soon because it's a weird cold front. I'm gonna rotate this camera here in a second because you have to see this. It's just really weird. I'll show you here right now. I don't know if you can see really good with the camera, but it's really like just hazy, cloudy, and just kind of weird. But then it's like brighter over on this side. And then you can also see right over here, I got a lot of work here. I've got a bunch of wood I keep finding with nails in it all over the place. I need to clean out this area over here because water flows through here. This whole doorway here is a hot mess. And then this whole section back here, the back side of the second barn dominium. I don't think I've ever showed you all this. I'll show you a quick tour of this. It's kind of a hot mess still. Oh my gosh, this is not good. What in the world? Huh. I don't know why this is open. Why that board. That's not good. It was shut the other day. What in the world? Okay, I don't know what happened there, why that was. As you can see, I put a board across the top, and that door was wide open. The only thing I could think of, my wife and I were in here yesterday, and maybe she opened it and didn't close it, because obviously I've got stuff in here, and all my stuff is still here. So the two-legged animals obviously were not here, but that's just weird that we didn't close that. Whew, that was a little spooky. I thought somebody might have been in here. Because, well, here's the new section of the property you have not seen before, and you'll see why you have not seen this before. We've got an extra propane tank, and then hot mess on the ground here. Really bad cement work down here. Probably snakes below me and these pieces of wood. And this is the back side of the barn dominium. As you can see though, it can be really nice. I mean, here's the back window, which is all glass. So if you turn around, here's your view. You've got beautiful mountains, trees. Looks like there was some landscaping down below me. It's kind of stepped and terraced. And then you can see down there is where the hay's stored. It's the garden over there, the other shed where I keep the Kubota. And then down here you can see more wood with nails probably in it. I need to clean this all out. This is just a hot mess down here. Beautiful view though, beautiful view. I mean, look at this. Mountains over here all around us. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me to get this looking nice. So you know, beautiful views over here, and I gotta close this. That about gave me a heart attack, not gonna lie. I'm gonna stop recording right now and, well, let me see if I can, I'm gonna try something real quick. Gonna try this, see how it okay. It's a possibility I could have had it in here, you know, just like that, and with the wind blowing, you can see it. So that is a possibility. Realistically, I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see, but these things should be spread apart a little further, or an extra set of them. So I'm gonna make sure these are in the middle and go from there. That's kind of weird that it opened up, because the other one, the other door, it's like I have to like struggle to get that thing open. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take you along on a hike down the really cool trail on the property, because I need to set up another game camera. I've been getting all kinds of deer, one armadillo, and then I'm hoping to get maybe some coyotes, a bear, maybe the bobcats, I think that they're out here. But as you can see, this is just right behind the house. And the first part of this trail is pretty normal. And then once I hit this one part, to me, it feels like I enter a national park or something like that. It's just so cool. I'm assuming this is an old logging road. It's, there's about a 300+ foot elevation descent. So it's kind of exciting that way too. And it's just so pretty. And I really enjoy hiking this. I can take the four-wheeler. It's a little scary on the four-wheeler, but I can do that. But it's just nice to do that on foot and just come down here. I've got my game camera in there. I set it down there. There's a spot that's gonna be my campground, and I'm gonna put the camera there again. Last time it was kind of funny. I was telling my wife I was almost disappointed because all I got on it was tons of bucks, tons of deer, groups of deer, and nothing but deer, which is interesting. I'm gonna flip the camera really quick here. One of the things in this region I've noticed, in Wisconsin, when we would make a trail, you would blaze a trail, cut the grass, and in a week or two in the summertime, your trail would just be gone. This trail is old, and I'll show you this right now. I thought the trail was a little weird right here. My wife, she sees things better than I do sometimes. The trees have just grown over this part of the trail. But I'll show you right now. I'm gonna rotate this. Okay. So you can see these trees right there, but right here in front of me, you can see the trail is kind of like bumpy and high to the right, which I've been taking with the four-wheeler, but actually these trees all right here, these small trees are all in the middle of the trail. So I've got you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees. You know, they're like 1.5 inch diameter, nothing big at the biggest, but they're all in the middle of the trail. So out here, trails maintain themselves for a lot longer. I'm gonna recenter this camera really quick. Okay. Which is interesting because the trails here are, we found another trail, 2 other trails on the property, and they're like, these trails are, you could fit a full-size pickup truck down them. So I'm assuming that they're old logging roads, because you can tell by the age of these trees that this area had been logged at one time. And then once we get to the part, it starts getting steep. Once we get there, it's starting to get steep. You'll pretty much start seeing the ground behind me. Once we get right up, maybe about another 10 yards, I'm gonna switch the camera because the terrain is much more exciting. There's a drop off on the sides. It's really steep, and it's just a neat trail. And it's not even that long, but we're starting to descent pretty good now. So I'm gonna rotate this quick here and walk you down the rest of the way. There we go. I mean, you got these mountain views. There we go. You can see it kind of drops off and it cuts away over there, but it curves around. And it does a curve around the mountain, and it's just really neat. I've got some small brush that I need to come out here and either pull it out or I need to cut it, but it's nothing major. I've driven the 4-wheeler down this. We're pretty much it is pretty steep. It's kind of hard to tell how steep this is right now, but it's pretty steep. When I'm on my 4-wheeler, this whole trail, I just keep it in neutral. Actually, I keep it in low gear. It coasts faster than the gear, unfortunately. And then I just ride the brakes. So here's where it gets really steep. And it's kind of scary on the 4-wheeler because you have to go down this and then stop right away, because there's actually a ledge down there and then it drops off and there's the creek down below. Unfortunately, the water is not running that great right now, because right from here, if you were to look out that way, there's a waterfall over there. And we found another waterfall, and there's actually like 3 on the property, 3 or 4 of them. It's really cool. But here you go. Here's the really steep spot right here. You gotta watch your step even on foot. On the 4-wheeler, it's pretty scary. And then, yeah, you can see it gets quite a bit. I'm just gonna show you the view from behind. I mean, you can see behind me, it's pretty steep up. Okay. And we are here to the campsite. You can see right here to the right, there's some stones over here. Well, I should say the future campsite. I need to do some clearing over here, but it's all right here. There's like a kind of a little flat area, and then I almost just fell. And I'm gonna walk. I'm hoping you can see on the camera, but I'll have to do some more exploring with you later on. But right now, if you go down that way, it's really hard to tell, but there's a trail that way. That one is a little overgrown, but there is a waterfall down there. And then this way, there's a trail down this way, and it actually has a cave down there. That's where the cave is on our property. Now I'm gonna go slightly off trail just to kind of show you. This camera is probably not the best for this, but straight ahead is the waterfall, and there's the creek down there. Probably oh boy, 80 feet down maybe. It's pretty steep, and we're pretty high up from the creek, but I want to say it's about, I would say about 80 feet down to get to the creek. So, but I wish you could see a little bit better the stone feature. It's directly in the middle of the camera, if you're able to see it. Maybe with that tree out of the way, you'd have to zoom in, but it's a big waterfall, and I would say it's pretty high, because if we're about 100 feet from the creek, that thing goes, it's about the same height as we are right now. And actually, looking at it from here, it actually goes quite a bit higher. And you can see down there's some rocks on here. This, if you were to keep going in this direction, that is where the cave is, and there's some cliffs over there. It's kind of cool. But I'm gonna go back up here. Set up the camera, the game camera. Now you can kind of get an idea, oh, how steep this is. It doesn't seem steep coming down, but there's the trail going up. I was saying I should get my tree mounts for these cameras instead of having to use this strap all the time. It would make it so much easier. So I'm angling it down that way because the camera right now is on the trail. And then with this strap that I don't really like, I usually just tie it up so it doesn't become a distraction for animals, or a home for squirrels to chew up. And then don't forget to turn it on, because I've done that before so many times. Okay, I'm gonna set this camera up just so I can get some footage for later. Okay, I'm gonna start to climb up. There's my game camera right there. I'm probably on camera. Not sure if these mics still work. Oh gosh, this is steep. I'm gonna rotate this around so you can see how steep this really is. Maybe from my view out in front of me. It's steep. And what's really neat in Arkansas, these rocks, they're just all over the place. They're really shiny, sharp and jagged, but just really neat. That was my way to catch my breath. And I don't know if you noticed, even by our house, you can hear some cars, but out here, you hear nothing. And this is why I was saying if there was ever a Bigfoot, it could be out here. We're still going uphill pretty good. I mean, you can feel it on your legs. This is close to the end of the steep sections. There's one last little spot up here, and I also need to clean it up a bit for the four-wheeler or UTV to get through here. I made it just wide enough for the four-wheeler. I just cut some of the trees, the logs, but you can see water comes through here on the left, and maybe to that pine tree up ahead is the end of the steep part, and then it's just steep. This is the spot when your legs are starting to burn. But my plan is to clean the trail up a lot nicer, clean up all the brush so you don't trip over it, put up some trail marker signs, and just use it. We've been using this quite a bit. We did notice there's an old sign up here, but it's just a blank sign, or it held the sign right up here on the upper right. Not sure what it was, what it is. It looked like it might have held a marker of some sort. And we're back to that spot where the trees are growing in the trail. So you can kind of see they're off to the right. The trail should be right here, but we got to cut over this way to get around those few trees. Oh, okay. That's a good little workout. If I had my old camera, I would not be able to hold it out like this for this long. I would be in extreme pain. This camera is nice and light, and this camera is, said it wasn't that steep right here, but it still is. I'm gonna flip it around because you can see the house and kind of get an idea of where we're coming out through. Starting to see the chicken coop, the house. The goats are to the left. I spy the goat house over there. Okay, hopefully that was enjoyable. There's the office. You see some weather is rolling in. Yeah, weird weather day. There's the office, Jen is in there. There's the house, and I'm gonna end it right here. Like and subscribe.